Hello, Mrs. Sally. Thank you for giving me extra lessons. My first question is, what factors cause a rise in demand?
Sure. Well, as you know, there are always multiple factors that can reshape our market in general. The first factor is an increase in consumers' incomes. This will cause consumers to have more money to spend on goods and services, therefore causing more goods and services to be bought, increasing demand. The factor that links to this one is a reduction on taxes from the consumers' incomes. For example, if I earn $1,000 and taxes are 20%, the government takes $200 from me every month. However, if they reduce the taxes to 10%, then the government only takes away $100, therefore I have more money to buy goods and services, which relates to a rise in demand. A rise in the price of substitutes. This is when one product becomes expensive, while the substitute product stays the same, so people start to buy the substitute more because it's the same product but cheaper. For example, if Xbox and PS3 are both $100, and PS3 suddenly raises its price to $200, the demand for Xbox will rise because the customers for PS3 will now be buying Xbox, because it's a replacement of PS3 and cheaper. A fall in the price of complements. This can also cause a rise in demand, because if a good's complement drops, people will have more money to spend on the good the complement goes with. The next factor is consumers' taste or fashion changing in favor of the product. This can increase demand, because if a new product becomes the new fashion or trend, people will start buying that product. For example, if a different style t-shirt becomes popular, people will start to buy it because that's what's in fashion, and therefore, demand will increase for that particular product. A rise in population can also increase demand. As population rises, more people will start to buy products they need, so demand will rise. Seasons can also contribute. As it gets hotter, the demand for cold drinks will increase. For example, in the summer everyone wants a cold water to cool off, so the demand for that product will be greater than the hot chocolate. If a product has an increased amount of commercials on TV and has a lot of billboards around town, it's likely the product will become popular and demand for it will rise. On a graph, a rise in demand will cause the curve to shift to the right, therefore, quantity traded and market price will both increase.
What will happen if there's a cutback on advertisement of the good or service?
Good question. This will cause a decrease in demand. The reason that this will cause a decrease in demand is because less people will be aware of the product and might not even know that it exists. Therefore, consumers will not know about the product and less of the good or service will be bought, leading to a decrease in demand. There are many factors which can lead to a decrease in demand, such as an increase of taxes on income. This will cause a decrease in demand because consumers will have less money to buy goods and services. A fall in the price of substitutes. The reason that this would cause a decrease in demand is because when the price of a substitute falls below the price of the good, consumers will go buy the substitute because it is cheaper and it replaces the other good. For example, if the price of Burger King went down, more people would come to Burger King because it is a substitute for McDonald's. A rise in the price of complements. A fall in consumers' incomes, for example due to rising unemployment. This would cause a decrease in demand because once again, like when the taxes increase on incomes, consumers have less money to spend on goods and services. Consumers' taste or fashion changing for other products. This would cause a decrease of demand in the product that people no longer want or is no longer fashionable. For example, in 2010 the shoes Uggs were very popular amongst women, but in 2011 a new type of shoe became more fashionable because celebrities started wearing them. This would cause a decrease in demand for Uggs. A fall in population can also cause a decrease in demand. This is because when there are less consumers, there will be less demand for goods and services in general because of the number of consumers that are actually buying goods or services. There are also other factors, for example a ban on cigarettes, which could cause the decrease in demand for cigarettes. All of these would cause a change on the demand curve. A decrease would cause the curve to shift to the left. This means that the market price has decreased and so has the quantity traded.
Oh, I understand. Thank you so much.
You are welcome, John. Be sure to study at home.